What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2022 M&M'S Fan Appreciation 400. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series, heading to the Tricky Triangle, the 2.5-mile track in Pocono, Pennsylvania, at Pocono International Raceway. We're really seeing the next-gen car race there for the first time of many, many years. We'll be racing at Pocono International Raceway. This race is going to be very intriguing, expecting a lot of shifting in this race, and of course, this being basically 3 turns. Technically, you say there are 4, but there are 3 turns on this track. This race is going to be very interesting to watch, especially when it comes to the playoff grid. With 6 races to go in the regular season, the playoff battle is expected to heat up this weekend here at Pocono International Raceway. So, let's go into picks. Before we jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So, weather for this weekend is actually going to be pretty decent when it comes to the temperature. It's going to be 84 degrees as a high with 63 degrees as a low. But like many other years in the history of Pocono, there is somewhat of a chance of rain. There is a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Keep in mind, this is on Monday when I'm recording this, so weather can absolutely change over the next couple days. But I anticipate weather could be a factor. Once again, just like this past weekend at New Hampshire, we had the race delayed. If it rains a lot, it could delay the race to Monday. That's one thing to watch. So now, let's jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work. I do 2 side picks, 2 drivers have had a lot of really struggling runs. They're going to continue their bad runs, or a driver who will have a bad run. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers have had some great runs, so I think you're going to continue their good runs. And then I do a winner's pick as well. Driver I think is going to win. And I do 5 drivers to keep your eyes out on. And that's not the winner. 5 drivers to keep your eye out on for this race. So now, let's get into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Pocono? My first suck pick is a guy who actually has won here at Pocono and won here last year in a very crazy last lap of the race where the other leader, Kyle Larson, had a flat tire. This guy took the win. However, this guy has really struggled over the last 4 or 5 weeks. He basically wrecked out 3 of the last 4 races and has struggled from really good starts to kind of the last 2 weeks not doing well. I think this guy's going to struggle once again. Alex Bowman. It just seems like nothing's going right for Alex Bowman. He's been involved in multiple wrecks this year. Everything's been going wrong for the 48 team, and they just have not really had a lot of speed either compared to the beginning of the year. They have not really had the speed and pace to contend for a championship, and now they're outside the top 10 in points. They've been really struggling. I think Alex Bowman is going to struggle this weekend at Pocono. My other suck pick is a guy that was also involved in a wreck this past weekend at New Hampshire, and it just seems like this guy, compared to his teammate, has really struggled this year. Ty Dillon. I don't expect much from Ty Dillon this weekend. In fact, I really don't expect much from Ty Dillon for the rest of the year. Yes, he probably has to have a little bit of experience in the Xfinity Series, but he's just absolutely struggled so far this year in the 2022 season. Since 28th in the points, only 1 top 10. I just don't see him improving, and I think he's going to struggle this weekend here at Pocono International Raceway. So now we're going to jump into the underdog picks. Who are my underdog picks for this weekend here at Pocono Raceway? My first underdog pick is a guy who got his first top 5 of the 2021 season last year and also is coming off of a top 5 with a really strong run at New Hampshire. And he ran really well in both races last year. I anticipate this team has generally been getting faster, and pit stop's been generally better for this organization. This guy I expect to have a good run. Bubba Wallace. I think Bubba Wallace is going to have a really strong run this weekend. The 23 team has looked a lot better over the last couple of weeks. They had a top 15 finish at Atlanta, and they had a good chance to win New Hampshire. In fact, they were top 10 pretty much all day long. I think the momentum continues building for Bubba Wallace. I think he's starting to really improve and really impress a lot of people. Had a really impressive race at New Hampshire, and I think continues that streak and potentially gets a top 5 this weekend here at Pocono. My other underdog pick is a guy, while he's not won a race so far this year, this guy's won, I believe, a couple times here at Pocono International Raceway in the past and has looked really good over the last 2 weekends. Ever since they made the pit crew changes at this team, they have really improved and really impressed. They have one of the best cars in New Hampshire, and I anticipate this race being kind of similar to New Hampshire when it comes to shifting and stuff. I think Kevin Harvick's going to have a good run. Kevin Harvick's had a lot of momentum as of recently. Right now, he's not currently in the playoffs. He needs to win a race to make the playoffs. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to be a contender for a top 5 and contender for the win, but I don't think he's going to win this weekend. But I anticipate Kevin Harvick having a really strong run and having a good run this weekend here at Pocono. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend here at Pocono National Speedway. Who is my winner's pick? I was originally going to pick the guy who had the sponsorship for this race, Kyle Busch, as my original pick. However, over the last 4 weeks, the guy that I'm picking has been on a tear. He has finished no worse than second in the last 4 races, and in the last 4 races, he's finished first, second, and second. And I think he's going to continue the trend of winning one race and then finishing second the next race. I think that Chase Elliott is going to win this weekend here at Pocono and pick up his third win in the last 5 races and become the first driver to score 4 victories so far this season. Chase Elliott's been on a roll. This 19's been really clicking. They're not as good as Kyle Larson was in the middle portion, but they are starting to really have and come alive in the middle portion here. And usually Chase Elliott in the summer stretch, he really struggles outside of 2018. So to see Chase Elliott performing as well as he has been extremely and really impressive. And I think Chase Elliott continues his hot streak and picks up his 4th win of the 2022 season and gets another victory here this weekend at Pocono and clicks off another track that he's never won at. I think he wins this weekend. So now we're going to jump on to the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono. Let's get into that. So, starting off, the first guy I think you need to keep your eyes on is a guy who's actually being sponsored by this race this weekend at Pocono, Kyle Busch. Now, Kyle Busch has been really struggling over the last 5 weeks. Since he had a really strong run at Gateway and nearly won there, he has finished no better than 12th in the last 5 races. Of course, his best run coming this past weekend at New Hampshire. But I think if there's a race where Kyle Busch could really turn the season around, I think this is a racetrack where he can definitely turn the corner and really turn the season around. He won the last time we were here. Of course, that was a field mileage race, but he won the last time we were here with a broken car. I think Kyle Busch is going to have a really strong run this weekend to contend. I think he turns the season around and has a great run this weekend here at Pocono. My second driver you need to keep your eyes on is a guy that's generally been a little bit inconsistent as of recently and did not have a great run this past weekend at New Hampshire. However, he's getting his old crew chief back after being gone for 4 weeks. He's getting his old crew chief back that scored him his only win so far of the season. And I think this guy, of course, nearly won the races here, both races last year, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, of course, is getting Cliff Daniels back. I anticipate he's going to run a lot better this weekend. I think the 5 team generally will impress and do a lot better than they have. I think Kyle Larson will have a very good run this weekend here at Pocono. I expect a great run from Kyle Larson. My third driver you need to keep your eyes on is a guy, it does not matter what type of track we go to and what type of race we go to, this guy always contending for top 5s and top 10s every single week. Currently sits second in the regular season championship. I think Ross Chastain is going to have another really strong run and get a potential top 5 this weekend. Chastain's been fast everywhere. It doesn't matter what type of track we go to. He's been really quick on every type of track. Super speedway, road course, intermediate, 2.5 mile tracks on our super speedways. He's just been fast pretty much everywhere this season so far. I think that continues this weekend. I think Ross Chastain is going to be a threat to win, and I think he'll be a contender to win, potentially get his 3rd win of the 2022 season. My 4th driver to keep your eyes on is a guy that has won 2 races so far this year, but is really outside of those 2 wins, has really struggled. However, we're going to a track where this guy has ran traditionally really well and has had a lot of really strong runs, and I think this guy is going to have another really great run this weekend. Denny Hamlin. I think Denny Hamlin is going to turn the corner on some of his luck recently. He actually did get a top 10 this past weekend in New Hampshire. He needs to start getting off some consistency. I think he's going to get another really strong top 10 run, and I think he has an amazing and a really good run this weekend. 11 would not shock me if he gets his 3rd win of the year, but I think he's going to have a shot at winning this weekend here at Pocono. And the last driver I think you need to keep your eyes out on is a guy that is the only winless guy so far on this list that I've not picked so far this year, but this guy's been really close to winning and has had some pretty decent stats. In fact, he actually does have a win here coming back in 2017 and getting his first career victory. Ryan Blaney. I think Ryan Blaney is going to be a threat this weekend because I think the 12 team is going to turn it around. They've had a couple not so great races recently, but I think that Ryan Blaney is going to have a good run. I think the 12 team is really going to turn a corner. And I think Ryan Blaney is absolutely going to be a threat this weekend to contend for an overall victory this weekend here at Pocono. So anyway, those are my race picks for this weekend at Pocono. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Alex Bowman and Ty Dillon. My underdogs are Bubba Wallace and Kevin Harvick. And my winners, Chase Elliott. And my ones to watch are Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. So anyway, that is going to be for the race picks for this weekend at New Hampshire, at Pocono. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on page. So let's go jump over that and comment your thoughts on today's video and your picks below for this weekend. Tell me your 2 suck picks, tell me your 2 underdog picks, and tell me you think is going to win, and tell me your drivers you're keeping your eyes on, including the winner of the race as well. Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow on my channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video discussing some NASCAR news. It's anticipated the Chicago Street Course announcement is going to be coming out here in the next couple days. And then on Thursday of this week, we're going to have a special video around potentially the A car for the 2024 season that is going to come out. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.